Hey guys, welcome to C&S Corvettes. We're here in sunny Florida today to show you how to safely install the horn contact membrane on your C5 Corvette. Now, this is for all cars made from 1997 through 2004. As with any electrical work, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 5/16 wrench and you're going to go ahead and unhook that battery, first and foremost. Once you've unhooked the battery, wait a minute or two before doing anything else on the car to make sure that the charge has left the vehicle. Now you're ready to remove the airbag from the steering wheel itself. There are only 2 Torx bolts holding that airbag into that steering wheel. If, however, you do not possess the correct tools or you're not sure you possess the skill to safely remove that airbag from the steering wheel, I highly recommend you contact a competent technician in your area and have them remove it for you. We're here today in the workshop of C&S Corvettes in Sarasota, Florida to show you how to properly install the horn contact in your 97 to 04 driver's side airbag. My name's Lyle and I'll be helping you today. Some of the tools you're going to need for this job are a straight edge screwdriver, a nice sharp utility knife, a 1/4 inch drive ratchet with extension with a 10mm socket on it, and of course you'll need the C5 horn contact membrane. To get started, you're going to place your airbag upside down on a soft padded surface so you don't damage the face of it. Go ahead and set up your 1/4 inch drive. Set that aside. Now, as we get started, the first tool you're going to use is your straight edge screwdriver to take off this little plastic retainer clip right here. Now, this little guy is really easy to lose, so set him aside where he won't get lost, because you will need him when we're all done. Go ahead and take the wires, flop them off to the side so that they're not in your way. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 1/4 inch drive ratchet and you're going to loosen and remove these 4 nuts. Again, make sure you put these nuts somewhere where you can find them later. Last thing you want to do is get done with this project and end up with no nuts. Once you've removed all 4 of those nuts, this metal plate right here will just lift straight off. Take it off, set it aside. Now, that leaves you with the airbag itself and the airbag cover. We still need to get the airbag out of the cover. So we're going to go ahead and peel back these 4 rubber tabs. As you peel those back, lift a little bit on the airbag and it'll pop out in your hand. Nice and easy. Airbag safely removed, set it aside. These 2 white pieces of plastic are the retainers that hold the horn contact into the airbag cover. In order to access the horn contact, we need to cut these 6 nubs right down the middle, vertically, top to bottom. Now, you're going to use your razor knife for this, but I will caution you, it will require some pretty firm pressure to get through these, as they were melted on at the factory. If you have to cut through them 2 or 3 times, please do so. You don't want to apply a great deal of pressure in the middle and poke through the other side of your airbag. So, we take the razor knife and cut right down the middle of each of these. Just like so. As I said, you may have to go through it a couple of times just to make sure that you're all the way through. Once you're confident that you've split each of these, you want to take your razor knife and clean up the excess mold around these little squares and make them as perfectly square as you can. This won't take much pressure at all. Now that you got these opened up, we're going to peel back 1 plastic piece at a time to expose the horn contact. Should pop right off, and there is the original horn contact. Go ahead and pick that out of there and discard it. Take the new replacement horn contact and lay it in just like the other one was. Do pay attention and run your wires through the little gap right here in this airbag. That's where they need to be. Now, you're ready to start reinstalling everything. One of the first things we have to do is, with our razor knife, we're going to cut these little dividers out of each one of these squares. They are relatively unnecessary and will make reinstallation a whole lot easier if they're not in our way. Okay, now that we have all those little dividers cut out of there, we're ready to press the white plastic back onto the assembly. Easiest way to do that is by using your 10mm socket with the extension, placing it over each square and pushing down firmly. You'll see that these things snap right into place. Voila, everything's reinstalled. All right, guys. Now that we've firmly installed the horn contact in the airbag cover, we're ready to go ahead and put the airbag back into the assembly. And basically that's just a reverse of everything we just did. So again, making sure your wires are out of the way. Grab your airbag, place it on top of the retainer, go ahead and move these little rubber flaps out of the way, and the airbag will sit right down where it's supposed to be. Now grab the metal brace plate that you took off earlier, set it over the top of the assembly, lining up all 4 bolts, and simply push down till it stops. Now, grab the 4 bolts you removed earlier, place them back, the 4 nuts you grabbed earlier, place them on the bolts. Notice how I'm doing this in a crossways pattern. That way you get a nice even seal around the unit. Go ahead and take your wires, fold them back over that nut and bolt right there. Grab your little plastic clip that was the first item we took off, set it over the bolt, take your socket and push. That is reinstalled. Black wire goes through the little C-clip here. And now you're ready to install it back in your vehicle and get back on the road. Okay, now that we've finished assembling the airbag itself, horn contacts installed, wires are checked, nuts are all in place, you're now ready to go out and put it back in your car. This completes the instructional video on the installation of the C5 horn contact. If you have any further questions, problems, or have any comments about the video itself, feel free to contact us at CorvettePartsCenter.com or call us toll-free at 800-886-5064. I'm Lyle from C&S Corvettes, your Corvette Parts headquarters. We'll see you soon.